quickly look into the history of acting so you understand what you have to do, because acting really is evolving. If your mission as an actor is to engage the audience, as soon as the audience changes, the acting style has to change. If you think about last 15 years, we have iPads now, iPhone, and we are bombarded with information. The concentration span of the audience has changed to around 15 to 30 seconds. Then it means that the acting style and the way that you communicate with the audience had to change as well. If you go back in history, 1900, Stanislavski comes up with the theory of acting and a way of the logic of the characters. That's the beginning of last century. Acting was presenting a story and making us understand the content. So you look at old movies from the 50s, like John Wayne action movies or westerns, and they walk through the scenes and they present the emotions of the scene. You know, I'm John Wayne and I'm walking on a horse and I'm doing all these things. Back then it was a great movie, but nowadays, if you look at it, you feel something is different. Then Strasberg came along with a method. All of a sudden, it was all about being emotional. Dustin Hoffman, for example, movies like The Graduate, any other actors that came up in that period, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Robert Redford, and so forth, all of a sudden, they learned about emotional intelligence and bringing emotions to characters so the audience can feel something. There's a whole set of rules behind that, meaning that you have to be in the moment, you have to know about how you feel, and only then will you be able to make the audience feel by projecting that emotion onto the audience. It's a really big part of your life as an actor, being able now to make us feel things. If you fast forward to 1984, Pulp Fiction comes out. It's a movie where all of a sudden, and more consistently than in the entire film world, we see actors doing the opposite of what the script is saying. So it's almost like the method of the opposites, where back before that it was, angry, believable acting, I hate you, I will kill you. All of a sudden, the characters are smiling when they say, hey, I'm going to come over to your house and I will shoot you, right, with a smile on their face. So all of a sudden, although the script says one thing, the actors do the exact opposite in their expressions of emotions. So for the audience, it becomes more interesting. There's a big curve between what's written and how they're acting it, and that's also what's the subtext, what's called the subtext. It means there's a lot happening between the lines. So all of a sudden, the more distance there is between how you say it and what you say, the more the audience is going to be engaged. But now, all of a sudden, after 2000, speed becomes the one thing that's really important for the actors. You have to connect with your other scene partner, and it's about the speed in response. If the audience sees that something is going on, and you're still thinking about it as the actor, and you're not in the moment and responding, you lost the audience. So everything nowadays is how fast are you, how quick are you in responding, and how much are you using the new wave of information that we have. We're talking emotional intelligence, we're talking intuitive emotion, intuitive intelligence, we're talking everything that came out of psychology and everything we've learned about human behavior, plus all the old stuff. So what you want to learn, obviously, is the newest way of acting, and now if you go and watch any blockbuster movie that comes out, look and you on your own try to decide and define how would you call that. How would you call a movie coming out now versus a movie that was 10 years ago? And then please go back in time and watch an old movie from the 60s and see how they're all great actors and they were great actors in their time, but nowadays it's just very different. So now let's go and break it down for you how to act and what to do as an actor.